All right, we have breaking news. Join YAA.com. We are now officially a car dealership after reading the earnings report for the second quarter. I guess it's the second quarter from AutoNation. We officially are opening up our own dealership.
Have to.
We have to.
This is the second coming of the Great American Gold Rush, ladies and gentlemen.
If you get rich quick scheme, open up a car dealership
at the moment.
Holy shit. This is insane.
Well, at least it is for AutoNation.
AutoNation set a record for the most profit they've ever had in a quarter. Okay,
yes.
We're going to walk you through some of the numbers. Let's just start with the big picture there, Dad.
I like big pictures.
$385 million was their net income.
Okay, that's after all expenses.
Except for like SG&A, sales, general and administrative expenses. That's after like most of your expenses, or maybe it's EBITDA. I don't know. It's a lot of freaking money. $385 million. $4.83 per share. Okay. This time last year, I don't know if you remember this, they had invested in Vroom. AutoNation had invested in Vroom. Vroom went public. They made $161 million in this quarter last year just from their investment in Vroom paying off. Their total net income, net profit this quarter last year was $280 million, which means it was about
which included that $161 million.
So it was about $120 million.
Yes.
Sounds like a lot of money to me.
It
was $385 million this quarter without Vroom.
You know what they're probably thinking?
That's three times as much profit.
We probably should have held on to Vroom.
Who knows? Okay, so net income was 3 times more than it was this time last year.
Yes.
That's not the most staggering number.
Oh, no. There's some incredible numbers.
Go for it.
Well, the new vehicle retail unit sales were only up 42%.
Compared to last year.
Compared to last year. Now, bear in mind last year, the second quarter included when a lot of stores were closed down because of the pandemic. So it's not a normal increase, but it is.
Talking to the mic, Pops.
I need to read, too. It increased 12% compared to the second quarter of 2019.
Exactly.
So that was the last second quarter where things were normal.
Used vehicles were up 37% in terms of unit sales. We're not talking profit per vehicle. We're just talking numbers sold. But that 37% increase is actually a 32% increase over 2019 numbers. Still humongous.
Yes.
Revenue was up to $7 billion for the quarter.
Only up 54% compared to a year ago and 33% compared to 2 years ago.
Companies this big growing revenues 33% over the most recent normal year is... Companies this big that aren't like Apple. This is bonkers. This is absolutely bonkers. Brick and mortar car dealerships. Crazy. Crazier. Gross profit, Dad. 1.3.
Is this with a B? Billion. $1.3 billion. Just an increase of 68% compared to a year ago and 52% compared to 2 years ago in the second.
So gross profit is less your cost of goods sold, so less the vehicle cost. So I guess that the net income is after your sales, general, and administrative as well, but not taxes.
Here's the thing that kills me.
This is nuts.
Yes,
this is nuts.
Because and bear in mind when we talk about this, that prior to the pandemic, the average new car sales gross profit per new car sold.
On the front end of the deal.
On the front end of the deal. Just the gross profit on the front end of the deal was somewhere between $200 and $400.
$200 and $400.
Yeah, somewhere between $200 to $400 per retail unit.
And bear in mind, if you're watching this, you're saying, that's BS, they make so much more. Back end in the finance office, they were making a lot of money.
But the front end so from what invoice was to what the dealerships were selling it for, on average, the gross profit was somewhere between $200 to $400, and then by the end of last year, that had climbed to about $1,000. So bear that in mind when I spit this number out at you. New vehicle gross profit
per vehicle
at AutoNation averaged $4,157, up $1,959 or 89% compared to the year ago period, and up 130% compared to the second quarter of 2019.
Used vehicle gross profit was up to $2,240.
Yes.
Up 24% compared to the year ago.
Yes.
53% from the year prior.
Yes.
This is the most incredible increase in profit and any type of kind of like stale, antiquated industry. Like, what have they done to justify this? There's a supply shortage.
Yes.
And people are still buying cars.
The other thing they've done is they've pretty much gone to a one-price pricing strategy.
Which is why we need more people watching YAA videos to push back against this, because evidently one price is not necessarily more fair. It just means more profit.
Now, here's the other thing that you have to consider, and that's the back-end gross from the finance department.
So the total gross on a car deal is the front-end profit, back-end profit.
Yes. And Kimberly, the F&I goddess, and I were having a conversation in the forum earlier today about how when she was in the business, if you averaged $800 a copy per car sold in F&I profit, you were doing really good. And if you got to like 900, you were at the tippy top. And well, today, if you average that, you'd be looking for work at the beginning of the next month. So new vehicle profit, or F&I profit, was on average $2,342. It's only up 8% from the same time a year ago. It's up 21% from the same time 2 years ago. But bear in mind, if you bought a new car, you are at almost $6,400 profit per new car sold, front and back, that AutoNation is making on every new car sold. And they're probably, if I'm not mistaken, the largest purveyor of new cars in this country as we know it. So just bear in mind, if you're buying a car at an AutoNation store, on average, between the F&I profit and the front-end gross profit, they're making about $6,400 on you. Thank you. Oh, and by the way, when they're making that kind of money, they really should treat you nice.
Okay, and let's actually hit on that point.
Yeah, they should probably have better coffee in the waiting lounge.
So this is insane, obviously.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use that word that you like. I'm going to use two words you like. It's likely ephemeral and transient, as are all things when they happen in a moment in time. But it's this I hope this is not sustained in perpetuity, because it is egregious relative to.
I need to whip out my thesaurus, ladies and gentlemen, because he is on a roll.
Obviously, AutoNation,
not bad for a college dropout.
Penske, Lithia, Asbury, they're all publicly traded companies. They're making good money. This is making too much money. Well, and it's because of the supply shortage, so it's fine. It's fine. Like it's justifiable.
It's understandable.
It's justifiable. Yeah, I don't. But it brings to light how important it is to not just walk into a car dealership and, what's the word that they would use, flop?
Yeah.
And also, to your point of better customer service, dealerships are figuring out how to operate with less staff so they can have higher profits.
Yeah, which means worse customer service. So the more they make, the worse they're going to treat you. It seems fair to me.
And I mean, that's a blanket statement. There are good people out there.
Yes, there are.
And there are great people still in the dealership world. But I'm just
thinking, if you're at an AutoNation luxury brand store, they should be offering like Ruth's Chris at dinner time. Just say it.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't charge you.
And don't feel bad if you're buying an AutoNation car to ask for, I don't know, all-weather floor mats.
Ask for something.
Ask for a hat, anything, just something.
Ask for something. Or take this article with you and say, on average, this is what you guys are making. Now, I may look like an average customer, but I want to be somewhat below average if it's okay with you.
As we get more and more quarterly earnings
from
the different publics, we'll share them. This is
I'm sure they'll all be somewhere along these lines, but not. I mean, AutoNation has always had the highest gross profits of the publics.
What's their CEO's name? What's his name?
Mike Malone. Mike Jackson.
Mike Malone's a basketball coach.
Well, yes.
Michael Malone. Mike Jackson, Mr. Jackson, kudos to you for figuring out how to make a shit ton of money.
Oh, James is going to be busy.
Thanks for doing this, Pops. Oh, yeah. Check out our car dealership.
Yeah.
JoinYAA.com.
Yeah. We can't wait to have. No, we're not going to have a car dealership.
Yeah.
No.
Thanks, Dad.
Thank you, honey.